Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to all my fellow friends and also the viewers that are currently watching this video. Today, me and my group mates are going to talk about the millennials that are currently facing variety types of problem in this current era. So this is our final assessment. I hope you guys enjoy. Without further ado, I'll give this to Wahab.
Thank you, Daniel. Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. My name is Abdul Wahab bin Nasib, and I'm going to present my topic, which is stress and depression are highest among millennials as compared to other generations. Before we continue, let me tell about generation type. There are 4 types of generations. First is millennials. The ages will start from 18 years old to 33 years old. And the second one is Generation X. It starts from 34 years old to 47 years old. And the third is boomers. It starts from 48 years old to 66 years old. And the last one is majors. The ages will start from 67 years old and older. And now we're going to factors that causing the stress and depressions among millennials as compared to other generations. And the cause of depressions among millennials is high stress from work, low self-esteem, and long-term self-doubt can all play a role in how depressed a young adult feels. What sets millennials apart from other generations is often the way they were raised without putting too much blame on the parents. Many millennials have a hard time adjusting to adult life because they simply weren't prepared for it. Their parents worked so hard to protect them as children that they never had a chance to develop conflict resolution strategies. Amidly stressful situations for baby boomers may seem like a life-altering milestone for millennials. Technology has also contributed to the high depression rate among millennials. Smartphones and the internet provide a world of information and social interactions right at the person's fingertips. But that convenience often leads to laziness, social isolation, and complacency. All these factors can cause depression if they are left to spiral out of control. Luckily, there are solutions to combat these feelings and conquer depressions as a whole. How to get help millennials from depressions. The best way to overcome depressions at any age is to work with a professional counselor. This is an unbiased third party who can evaluate your situation and help you identify what is really causing your depressions. The counselor and therapist can teach you how to cope with depressions and how to stop depression symptoms before they develop. That's all for my topic, and now we're moving to next part. And now moving to my friend.
Hello, my name is Daniel, and today I'm going to talk about the relationship between student loan debt that has been an issue nowadays to the millennials. The relationship between student loan debt and also home ownership needs to break up. According to the SoFi survey, 61% of the millennials said they have been delayed from buying a home because of their student debt only. But there's not only the main problem. They've also been delaying because of students' loan debt. The survey respondents shows that 39% said that they have been delayed moving to another city just because of this loan debt. And the other 35% said that they have delayed starting a family. So loan debt has been a lot of issues to millennials nowadays. Not only it's been about the home, but also starting a family and also moving to another city. So there's a lot of solution in order to make this problem avoided. First is the millennials should start buying smaller homes. Not by starting by a bigger home, but smaller homes. According to the Clever survey data, millennials home buyers say 1,700 square is enough space to buy a home. So millennials should start buying small homes instead of thinking big enough for them to stay at. We're moving forward to the second solution. The second solution for millennials to buy home in the early ages is that they should be getting help from the family. It's no secret that many millennials are still asking for their parents for help and for move to another quarter of family. Millennials, this assistance extends into home buying as well. So according to the data that shows that millennials, most of the successful millennials are asking extra monies from their parents. Clever's data shows that 27% of millennials buying in 2020 expected to get a loan, inheritance, for a gift from family to help make their down payment. That's all from me. And
Hello everyone, my name is Dennis Ronaldo Jandon and I will talk about the statement which is, if everyone has a degree, no one is special. First and foremost, to answer this statement, we need to really understand on what is the definition of degree. Degree is a qualification awarded to students upon successful completion of a course of study in higher education, usually at a college or university. Students that already finished their study, which is known as fresh graduate, usually use degree as their ticket either to further their study to the next level, which is the master level, or directly looking for a job that related with the course that they take during their previous study. According to Dr. Kelly S. Mayer in 9 February 2019, she mentioned that degree is just a ticket for students to either further their study or it can be used in order to fill the requirement for apply any job. As for myself, I believe that everyone has their own abilities or specialty. Nowadays, the Malaysian government or non-government company usually looking for a worker that at least has degree as the minimum requirement before they are able to get the opportunities for the interview and become part of the company. In this section, I prepared two questions, which is the first one is it true that if everyone has a degree, no one is special? And the second one is, what happens if everyone is educated to a bachelor's degree? To answer the first question, as for myself, I disagree with this statement. This is because I believe that even everyone has the same degree, they are still different in terms of personality, interest, and also the speciality or secret talent in their life. For example, there are a group of people that, other than working as a teacher, they still manage to run their own business and not only depending on their main resources. This is one of the evident proof that the statement, if everyone has a degree, no one is special, is wrong. A society is formed from many different races. Thus, it will produce a society with a lot of uniqueness in it. In the end of the day, there will be a lot of students who has the same degree level, working in the same workplace, but then still with their own abilities. Moving on to the next question, which is, what will happen if everyone is educated to a bachelor degree? In my opinion, I disagree with this statement. Once again, this is due to the fact that there are a lot of people might think that if everyone in the society has a degree, it will increase the life quality of the society without considering the side effect. In reality, it's a whole different story. For example, there are a lot of people in Malaysia, especially in Sabah, that known as Sabahan, who come from a low profit family. This type of society will face a big trouble to continue their study at university or college due to the money matter or problem. If they are being able to further their study, then they will be able to build a better life for their own family, because by degree, they will be able to find a better job that will ensure that their monthly salary is enough for them. However, there are a few things, a problem that need to be considered, which is the number of population in the society itself may be decreased as everyone will become busy with their career and will not have enough time to think about marriage. Other minus job also will not be able to be done, especially regarding the society and cleanliness of the society. And this is due to the fact that everyone is racing to get a better job for a better future. To conclude, I believe that we as a human being is born with a different abilities and speciality that may be the same or not the same with other people. This will be the strong evidence on why I disagree with the statement. Just like they say, everyone has their own uniqueness. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nazmi. Thank you to Dennis. My topic is it is normal to live with parents. So our parents care for us constantly since birth, but there are expectations that we do the same as we grow old. In fact, for many Asian parents, their children are their retirement plan. In the very least, their adult children are expected to take care of their parents financially and emotionally. For the people who have support their aging parents while also caring for their younger children, they are unceremoniously called the sandwich generation, torn between responsibilities. Most of the sandwich generation are Gen Xers and Millennials who were born between 1965 and 1996. At this age, most of the working adults and a measure of the uh, workforce who are also juggling their family needs, like in Western countries, where a person leaves the nest as a simple indication of liberation. Here in Malaysia, citizens seldom depart their parents' house without specific cause like studying or working uh, somewhere 30 minutes away from home. The house is too small, there is not enough room or privacy, especially the newlyweds, not having a great relationship with their parents. Of course, there are others who just live because they want to be alone, but these individuals are in the minority. For most of Malaysians, the default is to choose to live with or at least near to their parents. Do you realize that government employees in Malaysia often seek move from wherever they currently live or operate to wherever their parents are? Many of the factor, many of the factor most given for this was so that can take care of their parents. So just because we live with our parents doesn't mean we are immature. Um, Dependent on our parents, we are unable to live without our parents' support. So this can be a good indication that we love our parents and more caring for relatives. But there is but there are still have bad side and problems if we stay with with our parents. Some of the problem that I found is you won't you won't learn about hard lesson of life. You don't have any privacy or private 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 space. We can solve this problem easily without offending our parents. For example, we can buy a house close to our parents' house. This can be applied to people who newly married or who already have a children. This There is no need to buy an expensive house depending on our finances. As long as the house is close to our parents, it is enough. with this solution, we can get our freedom, call our friend to come to our house for a party, uh, or many things that we can do. That's all from me. That's all my discussion. Next discussion I will give to Vel. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nazmi, and hello, my name is Phil Burley, and I'll be talking on why some millennials are not employed. Who is millennial? Millennial, known as Generation Y, that born between 1980 to 1996. Why millennials are not employed? According to analysis of US Census data by the Georgetown University Center, 40% of unemployed workers are millennial. This is almost half of the millennials are not getting job. There are reasons why this thing happen. The first reason is overconfidence and expectation. Even though it's play into a stereotype about millennial, statistics show that this generation is overconfident. Narcissism and obsession with fame are rampant at multiple age levels. As a result, many millennials find themselves with extraordinarily high expectation about what kind of job they can get. They want to start out with more responsibility with higher pay, even they don't have much experience. If they cannot find the dream job they are looking for, they drop off and stop looking entirely. So those high expectations are crushing their potential. The second reason is student debt. A student debt is often a crushing burden for millennials. This debt put pressure on them and may keep them stuck in a low-paying job with no prospect, where they just survive rather than fulfilling their potential. The third reason is a misplaced education. According to Association of American College and University, many employers believe recent college graduates are underdeveloped in key workplace skills like interpersonal communication, critical thinking, and organization. These skills that aren't taught in higher education, so there's no general workplace skill class in most universities, and instead a college student focus on theoretical studies in their respective discipline. This makes it harder for millennials who believe themselves to be highly qualified to land even the most basic jobs. There's still a solution on overcome these millennials that are not employed. The first solution is to build a portfolio. A portfolio is an extended version of your resume. It gives a prospective employer an opportunity to take a deeper dive and see the actual work you have done. You should have both an online portfolio and a physical copy of your portfolio to provide to the employer when seeking out a new job opportunities. There are a wide variety of turnkey solutions available online for making a professional portfolio. A simple Google search for making portfolio will provide several options to choose from. A portfolio is a great place to provide work samples that showcase new skills you have obtained throughout your career. As an example, if you learn a graphic design or an app development, you can showcase your work in your portfolio. This exhibits diversity, which employers love, because the more skill you have, the more valuable you are to be used in multiple roles. The second solution is to build a personal brand. In the old days, all you need is one simple resume. Those days are gone. So you must have a highly competitive global workforce. You must now establish a personal brand. A personal brand is an extension of your resume and portfolio. It lets employer know who you are and what you are all about. A personal brand is also interesting in that it also encompasses a part of your personal life outside of the office. This includes hobbies and other outside interests you may have. As an extension of your resume and portfolio, the personal brand should be updated regularly and have a deep presence online. This includes, but is not limited to, a LinkedIn page, website, and a blog. When developing your personal brand, you want to focus on positioning yourself as the expert in your field. When it comes to a social media and blogging, posting link and a short blurbs of commentary shows that you are someone who is serious about your profession. Employer love expert, which is why building a personal brand is so powerful. The second solution is job hop. Elder employees will tell you that job hopping is a career suicide, and it was a 20, 30, 40, and 50 or more years ago. In those days, employers were looking for people to put in 10 or more years on the same jobs. Not anymore. So that is not anymore. So nowadays, employers are looking for people who have a wide variety of skill set and experience, and the only way to achieve this is to job hop. Every 2 or 5 years, while your 20s and early 30s, you should consider a job change, especially if you reach a point at which you are no longer able to learn and grow at your current place of employment. The fact of the matter is that once you spend 2 or 5 years at the same job that you are doing, you slowly but surely become less desirable to a future employer. Every year that goes by that you are not advancing, you're essentially being left behind and may have a serious set of skill differences. Thank you.
So hi, hello. Thank you, Val, for the discussion. So my name is Shafwan Nizam, and I'm going to discuss about my own topic, which is the 18 years old until 34 years old today are earning less than the same age group in the past. So before I'm going to discuss my topic, I'm going to explain about the age group. So the age group starts with baby boomers. Baby boomers were born between 1944 until 1964, and then the next generations come. The Gen X was born between 1965 until 1980, and then the next generation is Gen Y or Millennials, who were born between 1981 until 1996, which is my generation. And then we have the newest generation, were born between 1997 until now, which is this Gen Z. So about my topic, about my discussion, 18 and 34 years old today are earning less than the same age group did in the past. Overall, the millennials earn 20% less. So what's going on? A major reason is the recession, because the recession happens in our generation. The Asian recession, the global recession. Those who grew up in a weaker economic times typically earn less than who enter the workforce during more robust periods. Starting behind often means never catching up. Millennials who did not attend college have found their wages particularly squeezed, perhaps because of the decline of middle-skill jobs in sector like manufacturing. With income squeeze, millennials are not only not saving much, they are dipping into whatever saving they do have. So that's a worrisome when combined with a weak income and low net worth. Millennials scared by the recession, so they invest less and keep more than half their money in cash, and which is not a great long-term strategy for financial. And also another huge wreck on the finances of younger people in the mountain. Younger people is the mountain of student debt. that has been piled up in this era. Saddled with debt and thin paychecks, millennials are delaying purchasing cars and new homes, low mortgage rates notwithstanding. So what can millennials do to keep up with the past generations? So I have come up, maybe not the most effective, but maybe effective way for young families. Okay, so the most, my effective way for young families can increase their probabilities of earning wealth over their lifetime is by emulating all the families' decision making and investing processes. So investing in retirement plan, saving an emergency fund, and minimizing debt can all help you reach long-term goals, no matter what your studying income is. And also, at a personal level, take advantage of the technology more readily available than ever before. When facing underemployment or underperforming wage growth, the side hustle market can be a great asset. Not only you can make extra money by driving Uber or delivering orders of food, you can develop skills related to your career by taking on Upwork projects or building an online freelance portfolio. It's important to stay or become knowledgeable or become friends with someone who is knowledgeable. Keep up with financial trends that may affect you or me or everyone else. Talk with your family and friends about how they make their earnings work for them. And lastly, consider working with a certified financial advisor to develop a plan of your financial future. Thank you. That is all from me, and also that is all from us. We actually have discussed about the current problem regarding of the youth generation. And thank you so much. I appreciate your time for our video. Leave your feedbacks. Thank you so much. Bye bye.